Hi. So the first book I'll be reviewing is this particular book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a revised edition of the particular book. Now, before I share the review of this particular book, let me tell you an experience I had with this book when I first read it. The first time I went to a particular book was in 2016 when I just finished my undergrad. And as at that time, I've been, reading a lot of books, but this particular book did something very strange to me. So when I started reading the book, I reached a particular aspect where it talks about the subconscious mind, which I'm still going to mention in the review. And I think when everything you are thinking, when whatever you are, when your thoughts reach a part of subconscious mind, it pushes you to, to take action and to follow up on it. So as I was reading this particular book, I got to a stage whereby I had to stop. Like, I literally had to stop and practicalize what I've been reading. What was going through my mind there was then I felt the need to use my initiative, my knowledge of computer applications and a little bit of computer introduction to teach people, most especially teachers. I noticed some teachers have these computers, but they don't operate it as much as use it for what they could use it for. So I felt, okay, why not just have a one-on-one training with teachers and people, professionals that could not, use it, have this system, or they could not operate it. So in the midst of it all, I went ahead to draft the form that I can sell. I drafted out the sticker that I could share with people. I literally did all those things, and to my surprise, somebody actually bought the form in my church. The person just got the computer and he cannot use it. So I felt, okay, let me just, I had time by that time. I could, squeeze myself to go for one-on-one training to teach people. To my surprise, this person paid for the form, and I gave him the form. He filled it. Unfortunately, I had to go for service, and that was why I could not, go ahead with that idea because I was called up for service and I had to stop everything about that. What do I have to share about this is the fact that it's a book that deal with your thinking, and it's deal with you taking action on whatever you are thinking or whatever you intend to do. So the book has 16 chapters. Yes, it has 16 chapters, and 13 of those chapters were dedicated to 13 steps of getting 13 steps to riches. 13 steps to riches. And I'll be going through these steps one after the other. Number one, the power of your thoughts. There's nothing that we want to bet in life that doesn't happen first in our brain. It happens from our brain. Our thought is very important in the sense that whatever we think, we become. Whatever we think, we become. So it talks about the power of thoughts, having a right thoughts, thinking the right thought, and making sure that nothing infiltrates into your thoughts negatively. Whatever that shapes your thoughts shapes your thinking. Number two, desire with specific desire, the power of desire. One thing is to think of one thing, another thing is to desire it with your mind. Desire with specific in mind, and always think of what to give you. So desire, and whatever you desire, you must also think of what you are going to give your desire. So for example, I want money, I want 50,000, then you have to think of what am I going to give in return to get this 50,000 that I actually want. So your desire must come with a burning, obsession. You want something, you have to have a burning obsession for it, and by that time you're going to get what you want. Number three, steps to riches, power of subconscious mind. The power of subconscious mind talks about mixing your desire, your emotion with faith. It comes with faith. When whatever you are doing, when it reaches your subconscious mind, it must mix with faith, and with that you can pursue it. And the book also talks about your subconscious mind with also auto suggestion within your mind. your auto suggestion coming up, whatever comes to your mind, to actually to pursue it. Number 4 steps to riches that was mentioned in the book is specialized knowledge. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. Yeah, whatever you desire, you have to continue to pursue knowledge to actually feed your mind through them. You want something, what are you putting in, what are you taking in, like say as a dose into your mind for you to actually achieve those things that you want? That is the power of specialized knowledge. You want to be something, a professional, what are you taking in? What skills are you taking in to actually make sure you get that thing that you want? And it comes to pursue of knowledge comes with determination and hard work. You have to be determined, and you have to show hard work in whatever you do. Number 5, the power of imagination. The power of imagination. Our ideas is a product of our imaginations. Whatever we think is a product of how we imagine. There is a way that whatever you imagine comes back to you in thoughts. Whatever you imagine it in your mind, you think towards it in your mind, and with time you see that you have this particular thing that you imagine. Number 6 is organized planning. It talks about different things in this particular aspect to riches. Organized planning, it talks about having never giving reason for failure. It mentions 30 reasons for failure. People have different reasons. Oh, because I don't have this, because I don't have this, because I don't have this. And also stated that what you can put in a CV in this particular point. And then number 7, the 7 steps to riches. It talks about this decision. And procrastination is the opposite of making. It's the opposite of decision. When you procrastinate, you defy us. When you procrastinate, you deny yourself of what you're supposed to achieve at that particular time. So the opposite of procrastination is the opposite of decision. So as the 7 steps to riches, which is the decision, talks about having good habits that you can make room for habits that could make you to pursue whatever you want and not allow procrastination to get into you. And it stated that the world has a habit of making rooms for people whose words and actions should they know where they are going. If you know particular place, this is where I'm going, the world has a way of giving you the roadmap to get there. So never allow procrastination to get into you, because it is the opposite of decision. And when you have the right mind towards where you are going, the world has a way of making rooms for you. Number 8 is persistent. One thing that separates people who achieve success and people who don't, sometimes they see how persistent they are. Without persistence, you'll be defeated even before you start. So you'll be defeated before you start if you're not persistent. You may be thinking, oh, I'm not good enough to do this thing, but how persistent are you towards that thing you actually want? Number 9, this 9th step to riches is the power of the mastermind. The mastermind talks about having a collective, having the right people within you. During my undergraduate, having the right people within me actually helps me a lot. Most especially the person I choose as a friend, it really helps me. That's the power of the mastermind. Constantly, it is the coordinated effort of people towards a definite purpose. You want something, you have the right people within you. You have the right people that could guide you. You have the right people that you can leverage on. That is the power of mastermind. So the book talks about the power of mastermind. It's you having a definite plan and a burning desire, and a mastermind is a team of experts, people who are knowledgeable in one way or the other. These people will actually help you to achieve what you want. Number 10, the mystery of sex transmutation. The mystery of sex transmutation. Sex transmutation means switching of mind from thought of physical expression to thought of some other nature. Some people are so addicted to sex that they don't know that the power that comes within them to be addicted to sex can actually be transformed into something else of another nature. If you are very addicted to that, you can't do without having sex. The same way, that energy that you put into having sex can actually be put into achieving your goals, because it comes with emotions, it comes with a decision to do something. Then when you have the right mind to actually transmute that same decision into other thing of nature, you see that you can achieve that particular thing. And number 11 steps to riches is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind works day and night, and you can't control it but hand it over to plan, desire, and purpose. I've said it that when your subconscious mind is a state in your mind when your desire, your purpose comes together, and you have no other choice than to just go for it. Nothing can be created that is not first conceived in your thoughts. Yes, nothing that is achieved that doesn't first come within your thoughts. It comes within your thoughts, and when it comes into your thoughts, at that particular stage, you have no other means than to just to go pursue it, than just to go pursue it. Faith and fear cannot work together. Within your subconscious mind, it is either you allow fear to dominate you, or you have faith to dominate your fear. So your subconscious mind is so very important. As I mentioned, that idea I talked about at first, it reaches my subconscious mind. I had to drop the book and just put what I was doing to practice. So your subconscious mind works it also works in your thoughts. It talks with your thoughts. And number 12 is the brain. The brain is the broadcasting station of thoughts. The brain is it's a broadcasting station of thoughts. Whatever we want to do, everything first happens in our brain before we actually put them into action. So what do you allow into your thoughts that enters your brain? You have to make sure that they were right thoughts. And the last part is the sixth sense. The door to temple of wisdom is the door to temple of wisdom. To maximize the sixth sense, you have to adopt the principle. You have to adopt other principle. To use the sixth sense that was mentioned in this particular book, you have to make sure that you also take care of all the other principles that has been mentioned in this book. And to cap it all, the book mentioned how to outwit the 6 coast of fear. That is, to achieve the principle, you must be clear of the 3 enemies of civilization, which are fear, and which are to clear your thoughts about the 3 enemies of indecisions. That is the fear of doubt, and the doubt and fear. You have to make sure that they did not dominate your mind. If you need to make the start to stop before you arrive, no one will be blamed but you. If you neglect to make the start or stop before you arrive, no one will be blamed but you. It is your responsibility to make sure that you think the right thoughts. It is your responsibility to make sure that you don't allow fear to dominate you. It is your responsibility to also make sure that you don't allow fear to dominate your thoughts. So make sure that you do not allow fear to dominate you, and make sure that you take conscious of what goes in your mind through your thoughts. So think right thoughts. And there are many other things that were mentioned in this particular book. There are many people, inventors, that they think people have told them that they cannot do that particular thing, and they went ahead to achieve it. One example of such is the FedEx that we see today, the logistics company that helps people to send parcels from different place to another. When it was Rominibart trying to put the ideas together, there were people that told him that he cannot do it, but he went ahead and he did it, and now it's a big company as known around the world. And there are many other various examples that was mentioned in this book. So I hope you've gained one or two things from this particular book, and if you have the chance to get it, get a copy and read. I hope that you've learned one or two things from it. I will wish to see you in another episode of this book.